Well, welcome back. It is NVIDIA earnings after hours today, and this market, well, did not like what NVIDIA had to say. We got a move of about 10.5% down from high to low, and we got down to that $115 area. Now, what I've been telling members in the active trader room going back to the early part of this week is I was expecting NVIDIA to be a downer. I was expecting a pump and dump. We didn't get quite a bump. We got more of a dump down, and it has influenced the market. Now, earlier in the week, the idea was the market has a higher probability to make a higher all-time high and then likely come down. And NVIDIA could be the catalyst for that, or we could see that happen prior to Wednesday after 4 o'clock. Now, NVIDIA has provided us their earnings and obviously a negative event. It has taken the market down to a lower low, specifically a low of $554.84 versus the low of $554.98 last Thursday. So ahead of the Powell-Jackson Hole event, we did get a dump down, and we have now taken that all down. Now, is the market in a spot where it is closed below there? Well, we're taking away right up until the futures close right now, about 5 minutes to go, and NVIDIA is still not doing great. The market is off its lows, undoubtedly, and we're sitting in a spot of about 556 and about 20 pennies on the SPY. This is a move that our tools told us is likely coming, and in particular, this is not necessarily done. How do we know that? Well, let's get on over to take a quick look at the technical picture on the S&P 500 after this NVIDIA dump. We've got a whole bunch of overlays on top of price, but the Champion Trend Pack Toolkit, which comes with the WealthCharts Ultimate membership annually, it is one of those things that you cannot get anywhere else and has built over decades of competition wins by the only 33-time trading champion, real money on-site trading champion, Rob Hoffman. So what you can see on screen right now is, let's just pull this up a little bit here. You can see that there's a buy zone. That's the champion trend. Right over here, this green opaque zone with the bottom of main chart block is champion cross. Those two together start off a sequence of signals. Stage one, wealth signal, that orange ball is stage two. And then we've got the breakout forecasters. Now, what you've been hearing, if you've been listening to videos like these over the last several days, is once we have an absence of breakout forecasters for 3 to 5 bars, which we now do, or 2 to 3 bars, and we have the fast speed line blue crossing below the magenta, which is still in the works as we see it right now. However, we've had 5 days now of an absence of breakout forecasters, and that includes today, of course. And what typically happens is price action tends to come back down to test the last or second last breakout forecaster deposited, and that in totality, from the highs today, effectively at 56.50, down to the second last breakout forecaster, which is around 55.45, 105 points, is effectively what was on the table. And you heard me call it out as that's a $10 risk down on the SPY. Well, we've seen a good chunk of that already materialize now. We've got about half of it potentially left to go, but based on where we were at our lows in today's session, 55.76, we were only $3 off that a target objective. Is that still a likelier outcome coming down into this territory? The answer is yes. However, there are events at the end of the week that could change things. My current view is that the inflation data on Friday might be a downer, but the way markets work is the further down we go into a major event, the more likely it can actually act in the opposite way. So I'm not going to be digging my heels in, but I am going to be telling you, hey, I'm going to watch my back as I have been all week this week, and of course let Wealth Charters and active trader room members know downside risk is here. It can happen at any time. The catalyst for something like a $10 down has to be a big one, and this certainly was one. I hope that videos like these have kept you safe and helped you kind of peruse through the goings-ons of the market and focus in on what is important. Have an incredible rest of your day. Stay safe out there.